but they won't let me broadcast it anywhere else. And so this case was dismissed, even though there was, blatantly, valid claims being made regarding basic fundamental constitutional rights to access to information, and also the right to speak. And just thrown out by someone who actually lives in the town. I mean, the conflict of interest was grotesque. It was so blatant. And but these judges have immunity, that's just about absolute, and they can do whatever they want, and we can't say anything about it. We can't do anything about it, because it's all a corrupt system based on this two-party system. And until we change something, and until we force people to have a little bit of integrity, a little bit of honesty, maybe judges should take lie detector tests, and say, oh yeah, every case I've decided honestly. Because guess what? This judge didn't decide the case honestly, and number two, she's an idiot. She didn't even know what public access television was. She thought the concept was impossible. How could that possibly work? How could people actually have a right to speak? I mean, it's just, she just found the whole concept impossible. She actually suggested I go out and create my own cable network. Yeah, well, why don't I create my own nuclear power plant and my own highways and my own everything? I guess if the government would allow me to, yeah, I'd like to create my own nation. Because guess what? Right now, I don't feel like an American. I don't have any American rights. So you decide. You watch these programs and you say, oh yeah, this is too controversial. This will have people, all kinds of mayhem in the streets will be caused by this, insightful programming. So you decide, and you decide, where do you live? Do you live in the United States of America, or look, I would have more rights in Iran. Yeah, I probably would. Because they have to have a show democracy now. They have to really prove, what their democracy means something. We no longer have to show it anymore. We no longer have to prove it anymore. So we're just Rome burning. We're throwing the whole document in the toilet, and we're letting these people, these kinds of these creatures. I don't even know what to call these people. I mean, what do you call someone who's basically sworn an oath to the United States Constitution and then spits on it? Now, that's what she did. She spit on the truth, and she spit on the Constitution. And we just have to take it? We have to just say, oh, yeah, well, she's a judge. She has to have absolute immunity, because otherwise she can't be impartial, or she can't do her job, because she's going to be harassed by people filing lawsuits against her. Well, guess what? If she does something wrong, she should have to pay for it like everybody else. And if she didn't do what her job requires, that's incompetence, okay? And there should be a price to pay for that, and that's what I'm asking you. You're the only people that can do anything about it, because the politicians aren't going to stop her, because they put her there. But this is nonsense, and the New Jersey Supreme Court has let it happen. They've done nothing about it. And in past cases about cigarette taxes and other issues, they just ignore all this stuff because they don't want to deal with it, because it isn't part of the political agenda of the two-party system. And that's not American. We shouldn't be nailed to these two parties and their corruption. But anyway, so that's the story in brief, in hostile brief. And so that's what these programs are going to be based on. And I know it's not going to be terribly relevant content, and it's not well produced. I admit that. But it has a point, and it's relevant to the local audience, and it had a right to be broadcast. And that's what I'm defending here. So thanks for listening, and till next time.